Welcome into the Ringerverse. This is, of course, the Ringers Nexus podcast feed for all things fandom. We are back. Steve, the architect, Ahlman, the builder and tinkerer of things. Jomi, the explainer, Adeniran. You've got questions. He's got answers. Old Man Van, he of the receding resurgent hairline. Coke, Baby Chuck, the 24-karat closer. Together we are known as the Midnight Boys. Also on socials, Insta, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok.
Oh, you don't even say my name anymore. It's 2026. We're doing new stuff.
I'm saying, go for it.
Yeah, guys, 2026. It's going to be a great year. Happy New Year, fellas.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Do some great things. I can't wait to share all of them with you guys. It's going to be amazing.
We're also on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, share. You can watch every Midnight Boys and House of Art episode on youtube.com/@Ringerverse. Also on Spotify, YouTube. That's where you can see us. Nowhere else. On Thursday, Butt Mash continues their Fallout instant reactions. I've been a part of that.
Yeah, you liking
I
Fallout?
didn't even know you played Fallout.
Well, it's the show.
But did you play Fallout before you watched the show?
Not really, a little bit.
You don't really need to.
Not really, a little bit. Apparently, working with Ben on this show is like canon to Fallout after Fallout. This comes after.
This is canon to the games.
It's canon to the games. So they might have a sequel Fallout game that includes stuff from this show. What
could be nuts.
Interesting.
Also on Thursday, the House of R starts their Buffy Season 3 rewatch. We're buffed up. We're back with Buffy. You guys excited about that?
See, I wasn't a CW like watching Seventh
That was
Heaven.
it was WB then.
Come on, bro.
I wasn't.
Michigan
No.
Frog.
I was watching WB Kids. Once it hit 5 o'clock, that was y'all. I was watching Shaolin Showdown, Teen Titans.
All right.
So when Angel
Transformers,
came on, when
Cybertron.
All right.
That's where I was at. Once the Seventh Heaven came on, that was y'all.
Seventh Heaven was my jam.
That was
I never watched
Seventh,
it.
that was a
You
great
never
show.
watched Seventh Heaven?
I was aware of it, but I didn't watch it. Apparently
Jessica Biel.
she was holding it down. Apparently the father is a great guy, right?
No, he is not.
Nice.
No,
Oh,
he
let's
is not.
get
They
to the fucking run. Let's keep going.
Oh, by the way, we're in the
No,
new studio,
no.
guys. I know things are a little tighter, like weird, but this is, but I like as I looked through
Right?
the fucking scope here,
Right.
I like the
see the
purple.
sign back
It's
there.
bouncing off right
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
It's like a Thanos type of deal.
A lot of people listen to this on their phones. Now they give us a room the size of a phone.
All right. Let's get going, y'all.
What's wrong with you, man?
On today's show, we're talking the latest Doomsday Teasers, official and unofficial, and also our over-unders for 2026. Nerd News, Chuck.
All right. So over the holiday break, the Avengers Doomsday trailers leaked and then came out. We got the first one was Captain America. Then we had Thor. The most recent official one is the X-Men. And recently we got a leak of the Wakandans and the Fantastic Four. First, I'll start with you, Van. Of all of the trailers, which one do you think did the best job of exciting you for the movie?
Thor by far.
Yep.
Because when you look at the individual characters throughout the MCU saga, Thor, Captain America, but Thor to me has had the most interesting journey. He's had tremendous loss, like insane loss, found new love, found himself as a hero. He's a dad. You want to see where Thor is going to go and how he's going to react to not just having to protect himself and then seek glory as a hero, but then to also have to deal with the fact that he's a papa. And that was really interesting. I'll tell you something else. Not only was Thor interesting, Thor was as interesting to me as the rest of them sucked. I'll just be honest. Yeah.
Talk about it.
The X-Men one was okay.
That
All
was
right.
that
It was saved
cool.
by Cyclops.
Saved by Cyclops.
It was saved by Cyclops.
That was cool,
And the
yeah.
outline of a sentinel behind it. Guess what we understand? Guess what we never need to see again?
X-Men
Xavier and
Charles
Magneto
playing chess.
They like to play chess. And Magneto can move things with his mind. So is Magneto moving? No. If they was playing tennis or something like that.
Right.
Like,
How is Professor Xavier playing tennis in a wheelchair?
it seems like
That's
they got
his
the technology. But like to me, I looked at that and I'm like, that one to me was the most obvious nostalgia burger right there.
Right.
Sure.
Until you see Cyclops out there getting savage. You guys need to thank Bo DeMail for that. Until you see Cyclops out there getting
I mean,
savage.
that's a panel we've seen before.
Wait, are y'all surprised that they are? I'm not saying wasting the '90s costumes on this movie, but I would have thought after the success of the cartoon that the reboot would have been the MCU reboot would have been the one where they're like, all right, we're bringing out the suits for this shit.
Okay, no, those. You could do both, right?
Yeah.
I think that people want to see because the original bit with these guys was, oh, we're wearing black leather, you know, and so to finally see them in comic accurate suits, I think at this point in time, it's probably like what people will pay a ticket to see. So I'm not mad at it.
I do think that these trailers, though, in terms of the rollout, has been a fucking disaster.
A mess.
Agreed.
I think it's more of like the actual the lack of embracing of a leak or the lack of embracing of thinking that they've got this, because every time that we have this trailer, obviously they want us to see this in the official capacity that they want to. They put these next to Avatar so that you can go to the theater and see this incredibly nice trailer, which is ultimately kind of nothing. But the moment that somebody sees that in the theater, they're going to put their phone out and they're going to post that online. You may as well just post that online because there's no way that it's not going to knock it out. You don't need to swat the flies on Reddit to prevent us from seeing the Wakanda. Like, we're going to see it. It's going to be seen. I feel like Marvel's still operating a bit more on the back foot here because they don't really know how to strangle or generate some more hype around this other than doing this and acting like everything's been the way
I don't
it's
know.
been.
Total disagree. I think that they are acting as if we're excited. I think they assume that they're going to be able to send Steve into a house,
Right.
look at a baby, and then we go, oh my God, Captain America got a baby. We can't wait
That
to
was
see
the
it.
worst one.
That
That
is-
was, but
that
also
was
we
the worst
knew
one.
that shit was happening
Yeah.
for fucking months at this point. So why did they think that we're like everybody's not online knowing Chris Evans is gonna be in this fucking movie?
they're assuming that they've course corrected to a degree, and that we are legitimately in 2020. If this movie would have been coming out in 2021 and we'd have gotten all this in 2020, it'd have been nothing but good. But right now, they needed to do something to sort of re-inject a lot of enthusiasm into the fan base.
Right.
They're not getting it. I'm sure the movie will have so much for us. It'll be like a great big amusement park ride. We'll be back, but they're not getting it. They're not capturing it to me.
Do you think Deadpool and Wolverine also stepped on this a little bit where it's like, we got Chris Evans as the Human Torch in that. We got Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine. So when you show us a trailer of Professor X, Magneto, and Cyclops, there is a level of, I'm like, I kind of already got, like, we got this nostalgia play already.
I talked to a gentleman by the name of Sean Fennessy. I don't know if you guys know who that is. You guys heard of him?
Yeah.
Very familiar.
I talked to Sean Fennessy about this. Now, I thought that maybe there would be a little bit of static between Sean Fennessy and I, because I took on Mari Supreme. I'm taking on the Film Bros. This is me.
Van versus Letterbox.
Van versus Letterbox. But me and Sean, had a great conversation about Mari Supreme. We also had a great conversation about this. And he made a very astute observation, which is that Deadpool and Wolverine went about their marketing in a different way than this movie is, should I say. Deadpool and Wolverine went, hey, come with us. Deadpool, Wolverine, this is going to be a shit ton of fun.
Yeah.
A rollicking adventure.
Right.
Mhm.
And this film doesn't seem to be doing this. This film is setting this up to be sort of a more character study, kind of almost an Infinity War type of deal.
Yeah.
The only difference is the momentum prior to Infinity War doesn't exist here.
Yeah.
So maybe it would have been a better way to go about it, and maybe they will go about it in showing us how much fun we're going to have in Avengers Doomsday, how much fun it's going to be, rather than try to give us the feels, because the feels have been eroded, man.
Yeah.
The
All these
feels
trailers
are
have been
down.
dour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, it's like, to your point and Sean's point, I was like, having 4 teaser trailers at this point where all of the heroes are looking super sad and monologuing about the end of the universe. I'm like, well, we've seen the end of the X-Men universe. We saw in Infinity War the snap. It's getting to a point where I'm like, it almost feels like event comics, where it's like when you were reading like Civil War or Infinity Crisis or whatever, like everything is changing, the universe is destroyed, everything. And you're like, no, it's not.
Right.
I mean, we know that, but like, I think when we look back at this, like right now, I think we're gonna understand. To your point, Sean doesn't think the movie's gonna be fun. I don't think the movie's gonna be fun at all.
Oh, I think it'll be some fun.
I think it'll be some fun because it's the Russo brothers, but I think ultimately we're gonna see, and we'll talk about it later. We're gonna see a lot of people die, like actually for real this time. We're gonna see a lot of worlds end. It's legitimately gonna be a downer. I think so. Not in the way Infinity War. Oh, people snap gonna come back. Legitimately think when we're sitting there at the theater and be like, oh, that was the end of this era for a lot of these stories that we love. And so I don't think there's any other way to parse this, other way to market it if the movie's just not like,
bullshit.
Time.
Show Cyclops blowing the head off of the Sentinel.
I mean, you could.
Like, I mean, it's like it. Yeah,
I mean, you could later.
They might.
But they're setting the tone right now.
What I'm saying right now is letting us know that we're gonna go into another Marvel movie and maybe not have fun. We've done that.
Right, yeah.
No, man.
We've gone into Marvel movies and not
the
have
Infinity
fun.
War trailers were fun.
No, I'm saying the Infinity War trailers were fun, and I think, and this probably will happen. They're probably starting you with all the feels, and then they'll get to some of the feats that could happen in this movie. They're going to show the feats in the trailer.
Yeah, I'm not saying that there's going to be no action. Obviously, it's a superhero movie. It's going to be a lot of things thrown at us, the whole nine. But at the end of the day, I think legitimately is we're going to walk away and be like, yo, man, that's really it for a lot of these people, man. These universes don't exist anymore. It's over. And that depends on your bandwidth. If you're like, we've seen the X-Men die 100 times, then you've seen the X-Men die 100 times. It don't mean anything to you. But for some people, that might work.
My last thing on this is, though, these niggas looking old. That was the one thing I was like,
we haven't even seen Nightcrawler yet. We haven't even seen.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I want to see an old Nightcrawler.
I don't know, like, how much does Sir Ian McKellen have in him? You know what I mean? Like, I know he got the long hair, but he's been doing this for so long.
They look tired.
He's coming back as Gandalf.
He's come back as Gandalf?
Aren't they doing another?
They're doing a Hunt for Gollum.
And whatchamacallit's coming back as Frodo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, they gotta let these motherfuckers retire.
Till you're 90.
Free them from this.
Till you're 90, bro. They're going to do this forever.
All right, big year in 2026. Big year in 2026 as far as the fandom space is concerned. A lot of movies. A lot of stuff.
TV.
Just name some stuff. The Dune,
got
baby.
Doomsday,
Super Mario,
Spider-Man, Super Mario Brothers, Street
They started
Fighter,
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, House of the Dragon.
Wait, that's Street Fighter. True.
That's insane. That's so
we got
nuts.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms, Wonder Man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit.
Don't sneak in Wonder Man.
Wonder Man is in there.
Wonder Man is also coming out.
When does Vision Quest come out?
At some point.
Sometime.
Lanterns
coming out. Lanterns coming out.
Supergirl.
That's the one I'm most excited about.
Clayface. All of these productions that we're talking about right now, these projects have expectations.
Yep.
And we have a genius in our midst here that was able to put these expectations to a number. You know what we love at The Ringer more than anything? Gambling.
Yeah!
Woo!
Uncut Gems vibes.
Yeah, we love to gamble. And so we're going to talk fandom in gambling terms with the first ever Midnight Boys over-unders. Jomi, take it away.
But first, let's cut to FanDuel. We got to take it away.
Welcome to the MB Sportsbook, fellas, where your bets are bountiful, your parlays are plentiful, and the odds are always in your favor. For 2026, we're going to look at Marvel, DC, and the rest of fandom, and we're going to look at some over-unders and some odds and some parlays on what we think will happen in fandom.
Explain to people who
2026.
don't gamble or not into sports what an over-under is.
So over-under, you set a line, right? So let's use an example, a movie like Avatar Fire and Ash came out last year. At the beginning, before the movie made any money, if you said the line is $3.5 billion, the movie will make. That's what Vegas will set the odds at. If you say, I'm going to bet the over and say it's going to make over $3.5 billion, then if the movie does make that money, then you cash your bet in. If it makes under, you lose, and vice versa.
There we go.
right? And so we also have odds. The higher the number is, the less likely we think it's going to be. And the other stuff is pretty much just yes or no. So if you have any questions, hit the hotline, 1-800-GAMBLER, because I ain't got nothing for you.
Right.
Let's start with Marvel. Okay. We just talked Doomsday. I said it's going to be a bummer, but I want you guys to weigh in on this. How many characters do you think will die in Doomsday? The line is 9.5. Under is single digits. Over is double digits. Charles, I'm going to start with you. How many characters do you think are dying in Avengers
All right,
Doomsday?
so my question is, what do we constitute as dying if they are resurrected? Like, is Cyclops dead if he comes back in the next movie as a different version?
I think if they die, if they perish, if the characters are like, oh no, this character's gone, we lost them.
Like it's like the snap?
Yeah.
Over then. We going over.
Over
9.5? Yeah. Oh, here's the thing. Dog, they love killing the X-Men. All the X-Men.
All of these X-Men are dead. All of these X-Men are dead.
That's literally like 12 motherfuckers
It's like everybody but Hugh is dead.
They're out of here. They're done. You know what? It has to be over because there's another movie coming. And that movie, if we go by what we read from Hickman, it just can't involve all of these characters.
Right.
So it has to be over because this is a very bloated cast. 9 is a big number, but I think that it's going to be over. I'm going with the over.
Steve, where you at?
So like I'm trying to just count how many X-Men we have here, and we're getting close to this line.
Just with X-Men alone.
Just X-Men alone, we're getting close. And I'm just thinking about like who this movie could axe out afterwards. Because like I don't think that like, do you think Steve Rogers is kicking it after this one? Do you think Thor is kicking it?
I think he might kick it after this one, not the other one.
Not after Secret Wars.
Not after Secret Wars.
Well, so I think the interesting question to me though is who do we think our main cast is for the next movie? You know how Endgame, it was just like, it went to the original Avengers. Do we think like the next movie is going to be Hugh Jackman Wolverine, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Chris Evans? Like, who's the main cast?
It's going to be Shang-Chi. It's going to be Captain Falcon. No.
No.
I think Spider-Man's in it. I think the Fantastic Four is in it. I think Black Panther is in it.
Right.
There's going to be a couple of X-Men that survive.
Right.
Maybe. But depending on the next question, there might be some other X-Men that come in from other places.
Right.
That get kind of wrapped into this. So you could look at a situation where these X-Men are in this movie just to die.
Yeah.
So that X-Men can take their place. I don't know how that's going to work, but I think the Fantastic Four is back.
Yeah.
I think Black Panther is back, whichever version of Black Panther that we have.
Some of the probably Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts are back.
Thunderbolts are all in there.
The Thunderbolts are probably going to be back. We might lose a couple of Thunderbolts though.
I think we lose Ghost. I think we might lose
John Walker?
Hell yeah.
Red Guardian.
Yeah,
Red Guardian's
Sentry though.
Okay, so yeah, I'm taking this over.
Sentry definitely needs to be in the next movie.
Yeah, he's got to be
for
there.
sure.
Yeah.
I think Century and Florence Pugh is probably where I put
We don't
my
touch
money
Bucky
in.
either, right?
No, Bucky's cool. No,
Yeah.
Bucky's
Here's the thing. Sebastian Stan been running numbers. Like news, and then we'll get to the next. Sebastian Stan gonna be in the next Batman. So Marvel's
and they're
already
supposed to be filming at the same time. So
Sebastian Stan might be out of here.
All right, what's the next one?
All right, the next one is for Brand New Day. Who will Sadie Sink play in that movie? We have no idea, right? We know who most people in the movie are going to be. They've been in the MC before or they've announced it. But for Sadie Sink, we have no idea. So here are the odds. We've got Mayday Parker at plus 250, Jean Grey at plus 750, Hope Summers and Rachel Summers both at plus 800, and Firestar at plus 1,000. Van, where are you going? Who is Sadie Sink playing?
I'm going with Jean Grey.
Jean?
Let me tell you why. I'm going with Jean Grey. Number one, this character we know is coming back for Secret Wars.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this character is coming back for Secret Wars. So if it's Mayday Parker, I really don't understand that. I don't get that.
Yeah.
She could be Mayday Parker, could come back, but I kind of don't get the narrative choice of doing that.
Right.
Hope Summers, Rachel Summers, and Firestar, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
However, Jean, being that she's coming back for Secret Wars, I read other things that said she seems to know who Peter is, which points to Mayday,
Right.
and also to Jean, because Jean can read the mind.
Right.
Maybe she can get in his head. And there are a lot of comparisons that I see people making to the ultimate version of Jean Grey from still as they seen of the character.
Right.
She looks a little downtrodden, like she's a little messed up. that Jean Grey in the ultimate version has a different origin story than our Jean Grey. To me, when you put it all together, I think my detector is detecting Jean being the character.
So I'm almost thinking that she's going to be a lesser known character connected to Punisher. You know what I mean? Like a kid that's like following in Punisher's footsteps. But to keep it on this, I think I'm going to go with a Mayday Parker because I don't think there's any way they're going to put Jean Grey in the Spider-Man movie.
Okay.
I think they want to save it.
I'm Team Mayday. I just think it makes the most sense. Like Firestar would be crazy considering like throwing it all the way back to the Iceman,
Yeah.
Spidey and his Amazing
Right.
Friends joint. But I'm just like Occam's razor, man. Like that makes. If I'm being completely honest with you, none of these make any sense, which is why like it's such a thing. Like I'm trying to rack my brain. Like how would you put Jean Grey in the Spider-Man movie and no other X-Men?
Right.
You know what I mean? Hope and Rachel Summers. That's like a deep cut, even for X-Men fans like you guys, right? So it's really simple. I think Mayday is probably the best bet.
So I saw Hope Summers or Rachel Summers, and I was like, man, if Marvel was like really cooking about like what it could bring us with Doomsday and this and Brand New Day, to think that if Victor Von Doom is looking for like the most powerful celestial beings like throughout the universes, and if the Summers like if Scott's kids are part of that, and that he's probably trying to find the hunt for like the Summers family.
Right.
I kind of like that a lot.
Rachel Summers sucks.
Rachel Summers can like
Rachel Summers sucks.
But why would you, if he was doing that, why would you skip Jean Grey? That would be a perfect
I
opportunity.
understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But like there was a part of me that wanted that more so, but like Jean Grey makes the most sense here to me because like Van sold it pretty well. I'm going to go Jean Grey here.
That'd be wild. We entered the theater in July and we got like Jean Grey and Spider-Man on screen.
Here's
That'd
the
be
thing.
crazy.
After that Stranger Things finale, I know Kevin Feige like, we might have made the wrong.
No.
In that finale, wasn't she fucking with the black guy?
What's that? You mean Miles?
Well, is that what happened?
I think so,
Yeah, they're together.
Yeah,
She's fucking with the black guy?
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
in
Miles
the
Morales
80s.
on the milk.
Yeah,
I love it.
so tell me what happened with them. Like he
Spoilers for Stranger Things finale apparently
I don't
right
give
now.
a fuck about that.
They're together.
The shit is on Netflix. If you guys haven't watched it yet,
They were
you
in the
don't
theaters.
fucking-
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Right, yeah, you went to theaters for that.
So what
They're together.
happened? They're together.
Yeah,
they've
ended up
been together, right?
They've been together since the end of season 2, and she was in a coma for a lot of the season.
She was in a coma.
Yeah.
All I kept seeing was the stills of this black man crying or this girl.
Wait a
Oh,
second.
and he was carrying her and he
Wait a
like
second.
he
She was
kicks
in
him
a coma.
Yes.
And he waited for her to wake up.
Yes.
How long did he wait?
Ooh, like a long time. I can't remember.
Like,
the
give me
exact
an
details.
example of the amount of time.
years.
Actually, it might have been a couple, like maybe like 18 months. Or something like
18
that.
months to wait for her to come in and go. She wakes up out of the coma. You gotta be like, yo, man, I've been waiting for a long time. I'm gonna give you a couple of weeks to get your faculties about yourself.
All right.
They're children.
Wait, really quick.
Wait, how old are they now?
Now, well, they
graduate college?
Yeah, high school. At the end
Kids are
of
fucking in
Wait,
college.
they go
I mean,
to
in
high school or they go to college?
they are in high school.
They're in high school. What grade? It's going down.
Fucking that's
It's
serious.
going
Y'all
down.
want some fucking?
It's going down.
All right, my
I
question,
wasn't.
really quick before we go. This is a real question though.
What's up?
If you pass away, how long do you want your wife to wait?
Get dick immediately.
Interesting.
Immediately?
What difference does it make? Hold on. Listen.
Nah,
Like
you
after
gotta
the
agree
funeral?
with
Nah.
Listen. Find somebody that you like and fuck the pain away. What difference?
What?
Like the song?
Just listen.
That's a bridge too far.
Just listen.
That's a bridge too
Listen. You guys, I want you guys to think about this.
Like,
Okay, I want you guys to think about this.
Okay.
I'm with you. I'm here.
Seriously, Let me make the case.
right.
So you love this person, right?
Yeah.
And you want this person to heal and live and have a great life.
Right.
Absolutely.
No, you don't. If you want someone to let grief crush them, then what that really
It's not the
means
same
is
thing,
you
though.
want them to be so sad about you that they don't go out and experience things that you.
If your wife gets dick a week and a half after you die, you're fine with it?
I have no fucking problem
You
whatsoever.
a liar.
If that's
You're
what
a
makes her
liar.
happy, I have zero
See,
problem
his thing, like,
whatsoever.
you're not wrong. Like, I'm
Zero problem.
I'm there, But you can't say like you can't be out there like, all right, I'm not even cold in the dirt. Bro.
There's not even a little bit
Like,
of petty
I'm
in you.
glad-
That means you was plotting.
He was plotting.
I want you guys to
Yeah.
say something. I want you guys
That's
to say
what
something.
the-
I want you guys to
yeah.
say something. Now, if something were to happen to me, and you were maybe to like pop up here hosting the podcast and doing all of that shit
Right,
like
yeah.
that might make me wonder some other things
That's
about
right.
you.
Right.
If they come
That's
out with
different.
pyrotechnics and merch.
If you were the kind of taking on my mantle, and then I would wonder
Yeah.
all of that stuff. But if I'm just talking about, I want people that I love to live their best life,
Right.
whether I'm in their life or not.
But what if it's in your house, in your bed, he's eating your snacks, he playing with Bozeman.
he was there at the hospital.
Yeah.
And you were dying.
What if it's like Stringer in the what?
You guys are putting a whole bunch of shit into it. Like if it was some shit that was going on before, then that's one thing. But let's say she's upset, right? And she decides that she's gonna go out and dance her. And then she goes out and she dances, she meets somebody. Like,
Yeah, but in your mind, when does this take place?
feel
A week
something.
after the funeral?
I don't care.
Okay.
I'm gone.
Get to
It
the
really-
next
it really-
one, 'cause
no,
you
it really-
lying.
That nigga's jealous from the grave.
He's really right
bro.
though, because if it was
No, yeah,
it'd
of
be one
course.
thing if it was like a random person that she met so on Tinder or whatever, but if it's one of like the homies, it was somebody who been around.
Nah.
Then
You know
I
what?
can't slide.
If
on
it's
that.
one of the
Then I-
homies,
If something happens, I expect one of y'all to hit. Go make her feel good.
not gonna do that.
Go make her feel
It's
good.
like it's Van's
It's out the
ghost.
mud where Rashad McCann.
Do something.
Van's ghost put his hand on your shoulder.
It's out the mud with Rashad McCann.
It's out the mud. It's out the mud.
Can you
Rashad
imagine
out the mud.
you hitting it and then Van's Force Ghost is just watching like,
in the cut here in the corner.
I'm like, this is how it would be.
He's and the ghost
slower,
ghost
it's slower.
cut
That's what she likes. If you move it to
All right.
she's not with the jackrabbit shit. Okay? A little slower.
We got 8 shows
Go
for
get a
Marvel.
sandwich, come back. Put in work in my name.
In my name. We got 8 shows for Marvel coming in 2026 that include Wonder Man, Vision Quest, Daredevil Born Again Season 2, The Punisher Special Presentation, X-Men 97 Season 2, and Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. Will half of them be good? The line is 4.5.
under.
Okay.
Under.
So here's my thing. I think
No. Gee, fuck that. I want to hear why it's under.
it's
All right,
always
so-
under.
So
It's always gonna be under.
so Wonder Man, worried. Vision Quest, think it'll be pretty good.
Okay.
Daredevil Born Again, little faith. Punisher, on the bubble. X-Men 97, actually have some faith. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, under. Like,
So this is the way I broke it down because I did the same thing. The ones that I know are going to be good to me for sure.
Mhm.
Actually, it's so weird. Is Punisher and Daredevil. I think that those will be good.
Right.
I think Daredevil has recalibrated, and in the recalibration, I think they probably found themselves. The maybes to me are Vision Quest, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2, although there's a strong chance that that's quality again.
It's good.
And the one that I'm actually worried about, X-Men 97 Season 2.
wait, how am I not worried about X-Men 97 and you're worried about it?
They shuffled their creative team.
Right.
But from what I remember, it seemed like X-Men, the season 2 had already been kind of plotted out. It seems like if there is going to be a season 3 is when there would be the big changes.
They, to me, whenever you've had this much upheaval, there's a chance that you get some diminishing returns. Also, I'll say this. The first season of X-Men 97 is really an incredible achievement in its vision, its story, and its execution. And it's specific. It wasn't just throwing the characters out there and then having us come to them. It was really taking some narrative chances. It was really understanding the story beats. It was actually understanding the X-Men in a way that they hadn't really been understood in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder, I'm not saying that it's sure that it'll be bad. I'm not saying that at all. I wonder how much of that vision and execution is left to be able to give you that same feeling
I
in
can't
season
even
2.
believe I'm defending, but don't you think this is a little auteur theorish where it's like you're giving a lot of credit to Bo DeMayo when it's a team, especially in animation.
Mhm.
To get animation off the ground, it's even more about the team than I think even like a live action film, because you have so many people from the storyboards to breaking down story to the animation and the animatics and all that stuff. That's why I'm not worried. What I'm interested in is Vision Quest, because I think if you actually plot out what has been the most successful for Marvel in TV, where even if I didn't like Agatha, a lot of people liked Agatha. I think the first WandaVision is still probably the best that they've done. They actually, to me, have not stumbled in that story
in that
yet.
world. I understand that. I think the criticism or the observation about X-Men 97 is fair. Let me tell you the way I look at this, though. So, and this is me believing a lot of what I'm reading, okay? Yeah. If it was true that it was Bo DeMayo's decision to orient that story around Cyclops and not Wolverine and tell the story in the way that it was, you have to think about other daring choices or different narrative sort of chances taken that might not be with a new team. I'm not saying that it's all his. I'm not saying it's all one guy, but I'm saying I can't think of very many creative endeavors where you take somebody who has such a singular perspective on these characters away and it's the same. It might be. I'm really in the bag for it, hoping that it's good and hoping that the creatives can come together, because it wasn't their fault, everything that happened surrounding the project that now has the top guy off of it. But I do wonder if, when you listen to him talk, and your observation is correct, when you listen to him talk, the grasp that he has of the world, the way he looks at it, all of those things, it just seemed like it was coming directly from his heart and soul. And I'm not saying that doesn't mean that anybody else didn't have any input. I just wonder if it's going to be as inspired without that at the top.
So I'm under. Are you over or under?
I guess I would have to say, if the line is what, Jomi?
3.5?
3.5.
Guess I'm over.
I'm over too.
I think I'm over as well.
Because Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man surprised me. I was ready to hate, brother. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It looked like PS2 graphics. But ultimately, I was surprised at the story that they told, and it made me like hopeful for Spider-Man in Marvel again. I think Vision Quest is gonna be good, and obviously X-Men is one of my favorite shows. It really comes down to Daredevil and Punisher. Because they dump on Wonder Man. I don't know what they obviously don't mess with it, but we'll talk about that later. It comes down to Punisher and Daredevil, and I think Daredevil, I'm gonna be over because of Daredevil, because they got the team back. They got like their original vision. It's not like the hodgepodge mishmash we got the first time. So make one singular, the people making a singular vision. I'm over.
Steve?
I'm over as well. I'm choosing to believe that Vision Quest will be good, as well as Punisher and Daredevil. I am, like, as you said, intrigued about what 97 season 2 is going to bring. I'd love to have Jake back on, because we had him back after like kind of the fallout happened from season 1 and kind of talked about what that is. I'd love to know what his perspective is now when it comes to both carrying on what they had originally planned from season 2 and then kind of evolving that and bringing it to life, because that's kind of the biggest insight that we've had. I'm sure it'll be great, and I really do love that team, and it's going to be really fun to see. I'm really, really concerned about, I'm still kind of concerned about Wonder Man, but Friendly Neighborhood season 2, like, I got nothing but good things to say about that first season. I really can't wait.
Can't wait.
It's really fun.
All right, so last for Marvel, we got box office.
Y'all don't fucking think that Punisher is a shoe-in to be good?
I didn't like the original Netflix.
I'm okay. I was okay with,
you guys,
with
let
the
me tell y'all
Netflix
something
show.
right now. I'll tell y'all something right now out there.
Oh, you John Bernthal? Let me tell you something.
Right
Bernthal hive in
now.
here.
I'm all the way in on Punisher.
You're a
if
Bernie bro?
Punisher is bad,
Bernie bro.
if Punisher sucks, I'll do the podcast topless with nipple tassels on.
Right, but then you'll be back
Titties
in
out.
for the Odyssey.
If Punisher is bad,
pasties.
I'll do Punisher pasties. I'll do topless with skull pasties
nipples?
on
Yeah.
my
No
shit.
manches.
Oh,
Like,
man.
I'm telling you, I am sure that Punisher will be good.
I think they've done special presentations well, so it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't know what to expect from that, so I can't like
I'm a
prognosticate.
little I'm done with Bernthal's Punisher.
Oh wow.
That's see, but see,
You don't hear him?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Tell you something.
Honestly, we need Chris Ryan off of that. I'm like, for that special presentation, we need to see all right, but box office.
All right.
Last of Marvel.
Total worldwide gross between Spider-Man Brand New Day and Doomsday. The line is $3.5 billion.
Oh, that.
I'm taking it over. Here's the thing. If these movies together don't make $3.5 billion, it's a wrap. For Marvel, for the MCU, it's a wrap. Feige gotta go.
So,
like, for real.
Feige's gotta go.
Y'all going Jim Harbaugh?
Yeah.
Damn.
John Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh, Feige, Super Bowl champion. So this is what I'm saying. No Way Home, which is the last time we saw Spider-Man, did $1.9 billion. And that was during the COVID hangover.
Right.
Okay. Not saying that movie theaters weren't working in favor of the movie, but that was still during the COVID hangover. Right. Things are better now. I think Brand New Day will get close to that.
I think 1.5 maybe.
I think it'll get close. I think 1.7. Now, you didn't have what you don't have now is the 3 Spider-Mans and all of that stuff like that.
But we do have Hulk. We do have Punisher.
Do have Hulk. Do have Punisher. 1.7, 1.8. It has a chance to get to $2 billion. Okay.
Whoa, No Way Home didn't even get to $2 billion. I know it was COVID,
has a chance to do a little bit better. I think it'll get close there. I think you can almost guarantee a sort of push there. That leaves $1.6 billion or around there, a little bit more or a little bit less for Avengers Doomsday. It gotta do that. Ultron right now is the lowest grossing Avengers film. I think that's 1.4 or something like that.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
I have to believe that Doomsday can at least get to 1.8, 1.9. Got to.
I think it doesn't get to 1.8. It's
So that would make it one of the highest grossing of all time. That would put it, I believe, in the top 5.
What is Fire and Ash gonna do?
Fire and Ash is over $1 billion right now. I don't know where it's going to go.
Fire and Ash, like I think Fantasy predicted that it could be at 1.7, and if it crosses that, then it will be in the top 4 or 5.
So it's $1 billion worldwide right now.
Doom's our last 2 Avengers movies are both over $2 billion, right?
Right.
If you're telling me that Doomsday falls to 1.5, that is a clear sign that the fucking shit is done.
So I think what I'm worried about is, I'm not worried about domestic. I think the global taste for these movies has declined. And I'm wondering if in China they still give a fuck about these movies.
You know, I think that these are the only types of movies that they're going to give a fuck about.
I mean, they love Avatar, they love Zootopia.
Deadpool and Wolverine did 1.3.
Right, but Deadpool and Wolverine doing 1.3 is a major coup. That was a big deal.
Right.
Yeah. And then that was an R-rated movie. So I think I have to take the over. I have to take the over.
I think I'm over too, but I think the linchpin is really the Spider-Man joint. And let me tell you why. We remember when the set photos, not leaked, they like were posted everywhere, and people were out in droves watching Tom be Spider-Man. You saw the pictures, and they're like, "That's my Spider-Man." Daniel Destin Cretton, that's his name, right? Hold on, let me make sure I get
Daniel Destin Cretton.
How do you pronounce his name?
I think that's it.
You call him a Cretton?
Cretton.
The director of Shang-Chi is directing this movie,
right?
And people are so excited because we saw the action scenes in that part. People, it's not going to be the Doomsday hype. Let's not cap. But there's an extreme level of hype for this movie. And if it can deliver on some of that promise, it's gonna be a big hit.
And Tom Holland's also getting the Odyssey juice. So there'll be a little bit of like love for Tom Holland being out here.
We talked about Zendaya got like 8 movies coming out next year. Shout out to her. But your boy, he got the Odyssey and Spider-Man coming in with like 2 weeks. Yeah. He hooping.
He the man.
I think Spider-Man is gonna do like, I think honestly, it might do $2 billion. I'm saying it. I think it might be $2 billion. And obviously, it's freaking an Avengers movie. It's going to do at minimum $1.5 billion. It's the over.
I think I'll take the over as well, but only because I think that Spider-Man is going to overperform, and I think Doomsday is going to underperform. Yes, I think that I think that Spider-Man's actually going to. I'm not going to say that Spider-Man's making more than Doomsday. I'm saying that Spider-Man is going to cover this line more than Doomsday will.
We'll know more once different trailers start rolling out and we kind of start seeing stuff and you know, but man, if you see a drop of $400 or $500 million for an Avengers movie like this,
it's done.
That's it.
Well, and then I mean, this will have to be we will have to have
For
this
a while,
conversation
at
when it
least.
happens.
Yeah.
But like you would have to come and circle the wagons and have. A
Well, when I
conversation.
say that's it, let me tell you what I mean. That's it in its current form. They'd
Yeah.
have to go back to the drawing board and figure out a new way to make these movies without being able to count on such a large chunk of audience to support them.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, we ready for DC?
Let's move on to DC. We've got Supergirl and Clayface and Lancers coming out. Let's start with Supergirl. How many cameos? Because James Gunn loves a cameo in his movie. How many cameos do you think are going to be in Supergirl? It does not count Superman and Crypto because we already know that they're going to be in the movie.
What's the line?
3.5.
I'm gonna take the under. I think James Gunn is gonna be like Supergirl got to stand on her own. She got to stand. I think he believes in that movie so fucking much that it's like you already got Lobo in it. I think you might get 1 or 2 cameos, but I think he's gonna like the plan is like, nah, we got to make sure everybody is their own hero.
So if Superman and Crypto are out, then you got to take the under. I mean, well, you know what? Not really.
Not really.
Because
Not
the
really.
question is, does the Justice Gang show up in like one scene?
Right.
And then that blows the over right there.
I'm kind of taking the over and like way over. I think that there's going to be a peppering of a lot of things that we get to see, knowing that this is going to be like not celestial because that's more of a Marvel gag, but if it's the spacefaring, like exploring, partying Supergirl that Woman of Tomorrow is going to be, this is going to have a lot of like fodder for fun, cool stuff that we get to see that we probably didn't even recognize until after the fact.
Like, are we getting the lanterns?
Lanterns showing up.
Yeah,
right.
We'll get a lantern that we probably haven't even
Which
seen
one?
before.
Do you think we getting Guy? Do we think we getting Aaron Pierre, John Stewart, or we getting Hal?
Hell, we could see a yellow lantern. Who knows? It's in space, bro.
Anything's
Yeah,
possible.
I actually, now that is a good question. Do you think in lanterns we will see other colored lanterns? Do you think we gonna see like a
Colored
red lantern?
lanterns?
Yeah.
It's
Well, they already
lanterns
got
of
one.
color.
You already got
Lanterns of
one.
color, Charles.
Colored lanterns. They already
John
got a
already
colored
is one.
lantern.
All right.
That's
Come on,
crazy, man.
Wow.
Colored lanterns. The National Association of Colored Lanterns.
of lantern people.
All right, what's the next one?
The next one is Clayface. How many Batman mentions will be in Clayface? The line is 0.5. Now, the reason the line is so low, because this is in James Gunn's DCU, where Batman, that we don't have a Batman yet. It does not exist. So if they mention Batman, that means there's a bat running around somewhere in Gotham doing bat stuff.
Okay.
So this script was written by Mike Flanagan, right?
Right.
And it was based on the Batman, the animated series, The Feet of Clay arc. I'm sure you guys have seen that. That arc is obviously very directly tied to Bruce Wayne, Wayne Enterprises, and Batman.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that it has to be in this movie.
Of course.
There's something else here. The script has been rewritten or punched up by a guy named Hossein Amani. Okay? Hope I'm saying his name right. He wrote stuff like Drive, The Snowman, but most recently, Obi-Wan. The Obi-Wan thing is interesting to me
Why is that interesting?
because I think bringing somebody in from Obi-Wan to punch the script up
Right.
is to put a little razzle-dazzle fandom lore type shit in there to maybe handle a more world-building-esque sort of situation, because our original script from Flanagan was a straight-up body horror movie
Okay.
around Clayface that might have been completely detached from the rest of the stuff. This one, though, when you look at the rewrite, maybe they're trying to settle in and do something a little bit more in-universe, which tells me you're going to get your Batman mention. I'm going over.
I'm going over too.
See, and this is, I look, I said at the end of 2025 and 26, I'm going to be nicer to James Gunn, right? And so in that spirit, I'm going to say, I don't know how you would make this and not mention Batman, but with everything he said and everything that we know of both universes and everything, it would be insane to do so in a Clayface movie. Like, look, we got Batman around here. We didn't see anything in Superman. He hasn't mentioned anything in the rest of the project since he's been the head of DC. I'm going to go under. I don't think he's going to do it here. I think he will wait for a bigger moment and again, he's not like announcing the Batman, but for the Batman to exist in that universe, I feel like this is not the Clayface movie is not the time to put it in there. I don't think it is.
I feel like we're treating Batman still for James Gunn like it's a landmine. Like the second he steps on it, that he has to commit to it, and
Kinda,
it's going to be
yeah.
a full on. Like, all right, here he is. Who is it? Who's it going to be? I don't think that this movie is going to be like the as much of an albatross springboard for that character as it needed to be. I still want to take this over. Just to say that, like, because we're saying just the words Batman, or like, mentioning the guy, like he's running around, like.
I think you might see Batman in the movie.
You're smoking.
No, I think we're going to get an Eternals Blade situation where you might see a voice.
Or a voice or a shadow or something.
Yeah, guys.
Or like, I'm
Good work with that Clayface stuff.
Do you know
technique.
what the budget for Clayface is?
It's like, it's not expensive, is it?
It's like a $40 million movie,
Yeah.
right? It's a $40 million
It's not
movie.
expensive at all.
And we'll come to that later with some box office stuff later. That means that this film doesn't have to do very much to be successful,
Right.
Mhm.
right? But at the same time, that means that this movie is also going to need to pull out all of the stops to generate interest.
Yeah.
And one way to do that is to say, this is the movie that you have to go see if you want to see a little hint of James Gunn's Batman in this world. I'm telling you.
I think they're going to
Yeah, I'll
get some
take it
test
over.
screenings back, and motherfuckers going to be like, hey, yo, let's do some research.
Throw a Batarang in there.
Let's throw some shit in there,
That's
bro.
what the end credit scene is. It's just like a better.
Yeah.
Yep.
That don't count. All right. Next question is Lanterns. How many episodes into Lanterns before Hal and John suit up in their comic accurate Green Lantern suits? The line is 4.5. There's 8 episodes total, right? So it's either before the first half is under, the second half over. I am going over.
I'm going over too.
Because they never want to put these. It's the Surf Dracula meme. I don't know if you guys have seen that one.
Yeah.
But if they were making a show called Surf Dracula today, then he wouldn't Dracula wouldn't start surfing until episode 8.
Yeah.
Because that's just how we make superhero TV. And I think they might do that with the Lanterns.
I think it's gonna be the typical prestige TV shit where we wait till the penultimate episode, to your
Right.
point, to really throw out all the stops, the big things happen. Aaron Pierre Hal will finally be like, "You're finally Green Lantern," and then he gets in the fucking shit.
This was the hardest one so far. Oh. But there is something in the trailer that kind of got to me. They put out that little trailer, right? So in the trailer, Hal Jordan drives to a cliff,
Yeah.
Mhm.
then puts the lantern ring on the dashboard of the car, then jumps out of the car.
Yeah.
Now you're assuming that Jon Stewart has to grab that ring and then use it to save himself from that car crashing.
Mhm.
When he does that, which is probably what he has to do, unless they're just gonna let this man try to survive the car
Right.
going off the cliff.
That would actually be hilarious if he just doesn't do it and just
Is
survives
this
that.
earlier in the season?
Is it later?
Is it later? I bet that it's a little earlier.
Yeah.
And if it is earlier, does he have to then change into Green Lantern to do that? Or does he just use the ring
Yeah.
and stop the car from crashing? When I look back at the trailer for the research here, I'm like, well, shit, he might have to power up
Right.
in that instance right there to stop the car wreck from killing him.
I saw that scene as well, and I thought I knew exactly what I hoped this show would be, and it's going to be just like a Rocky training montage, coaching session of Taylor Sheridan coaching Aaron Pierre on how to be Green Lantern, and that's clearly part of that. I think that happens very early, but I think that he doesn't even have a handle on it, let alone knows how to like make the suit, because the suit's like an embellishment of the ring when you imagine yourself in the ring. So
So he's
I don't
fucking dead.
So he's no, it's not that he's not dead, but it's like he's
It's
got
not
to learn how to use it.
it's not the first thing that you do when you put the ring on.
Yeah.
You put the ring on and
Yeah, then you make
fucking
like a big
become
ball.
the Green
Yeah,
Lantern.
no,
No,
like,
like,
sometimes they got the ring on, and like Hal Jordan got the flight suit, but he not in all
Yeah.
that shit. He just like,
I
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
but
you make the
but
suit with the
with
ring.
So that right there, the use of the power ring, that doesn't count as Lantern.
Suit-
no,
no,
I'm
you
talking
gotta-
about
no.
the classic.
All right, well then I gotta go. It would be under.
Oh, over.
It would be over 4.5. Then I
Yeah.
gotta go over.
Wait,
now.
so do you guys think that Lanterns is going to be the best superhero TV show of the year? What do you think?
I think that if a Damian Lindelof show, on HBO, like they market it or they've said like True Detective type style. If that show is not the best superhero TV show of 2026, then we've lost the plot completely. It's over.
I think it's what
gotta
else
be.
is going to compete? Like what other? I
There's
don't
gotta
think there's a Marvel show on the docket that can compete.
I mean, we'll see if Vision Quest punches up, right? We
Yeah,
walk
right.
away and we go, oh my God, that was special.
Maybe The Boys.
Maybe the
Could be The Boys.
Oh,
Could be
yeah,
The
the
Boys.
Boys Invincible.
The Boys, Invincible. You got some
Yeah.
shit out there.
All right,
Yeah.
Invincible.
But
Yeah.
but you have to think about like again, Damon Lindelof, bro, like Watchmen.
If the first season of Lanterns was better than the final season of The Boys, that would be a tremendous upset for Lanterns.
I
an
think
upset?
Yeah.
No.
Wait a minute. You guys have
don't
watched
do that.
4 fucking years
the last
of
line
Jomi
of The
from
Boys worried me.
and
I don't think
you're
it's an
telling me
upset,
right
bro.
now.
I think that you like Eric Kripke and the team over there are doing a great job. I think they have set a very high bar. Whatever Charles you hate, but I think they've set a very high bar. I also think though that with the marketing around Lanterns, you've got like I don't want to sound condescending, but you got the guy behind Watchmen, right? You got the guy with the Leftovers making a superhero show in the style of True Detective show that I don't know if everybody has watched, but it's amazing. You should check it out. Like that to me sings to my ears. I'm ready. Like I need
Wait, do
the
y'all-
episodes
do
right
You
y'all
now.
got the
think-
final season, the death of Homeland.
Yeah.
It's like a lot.
But I'm just saying there's a lot of weight. It's like if you come here, you say, hey, I'm gonna give you the 2013 Miami Heat against the 2020 Lakers. Like, I love the Lakers. I think the Lakers, that team, like, could compete with anybody. But at the end of the day, I'm looking at this roster of all these hitters. I'm like, if it all works together, we got a classic. If it all works, we got a classic.
I'm afraid the last season of The Boys might pull a Stranger Things.
Don't do that.
Don't do
Don't
that.
do that. Don't
They got
invoke.
so
don't
much to
invoke
work
that.
with, man.
I'm putting it. By the way, I'm putting in the under only slightly. I think we're going to see Hal suit up first before we see Aaron.
Okay.
That makes sense.
probably so.
Makes sense.
All right, box office.
We got Supergirl and Clayface. The line is 1.5 billion. This might be a bad line because when I'm thinking about it, how much Clayface really gonna make?
All right,
man?
Superman made 616 million, and the Batman made 1 billion. Obviously, that was COVID. You got to take the under.
It's
I
under
go
as
to
hell. Yeah.
There's no way
gotta
take the
under.
Supergirl's making more than Superman.
Supergirl's making Supergirl at 450 would be
Yeah.
fucking insane for them. They
Under
would
as
love
well.
that. So Supergirl, that's the top is 450 on it. Clayface is on a $40 million budget. If
The margins are gonna be crazy,
if
though.
Clayface hit 100 million, 150,
It's up.
they would go fucking nuts.
I
Yeah,
don't
But
think
there's
Clayface
no
made 100
fucking
million.
way this is 1.5
So
billion
then,
is in play.
so then what? Like, if you set, let's say let's bump the line down to like 750. It could clear 750. If we bump it in half, let's cut it in half. 750.
If Clayface is a
750?
wild success,
Because here's the thing: how is that going to happen? If Supergirl would be a massive success if it got to 450, 500, Clayface, I think Clayface might struggle to make 100.
And so,
I
here's my thing. And again, I said I want to be nice to James Gunn, but I'm looking at this like, brother, like, again, they got Spider-Man, they got Doomsday, like, it's a little different. But you can't be like, yeah, we competing with Marvel, all this, and that, and come away. And we talking like making 750 mil.
Lobo
is
not
whack.
putting motherfuckers in seats. I'm sorry, Lobo not putting
Like
no
that's
motherfuckers
I don't see it. That's you. I mean, you're not wrong.
but a Yellow
You're
Lantern
not
will,
wrong.
Sinestro will.
So just to let you guys know, there's a box office analyst that that predicts that Supergirl will outgross Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Wait, what?
I need your gun and your
No,
badge
we
on the
need
table.
one show.
Yeah, that's
I need your
absolutely
gun
not.
and your badge on the table right now. You're
His name is, I want to have him on the podcast. His name is Luis Fernando.
Okay,
All right,
And
Luis.
he
bring those drugs.
has said that Supergirl will outgrow Spider-Man Brand New Day when they face off in the summer of
What's the
2026.
reasoning?
He says he's drawing a line back to the summer of 2017 when Wonder Woman and Spider-Man Homecoming landed instead of those 5 weeks apart. And Wonder Woman debuted with 106 million and went on to gross 412
Brother,
in the
that was
US.
Wonder Woman.
Beating out everybody with 824 million at the box office, while Tom Holland swung in at 335 domestically and 880 worldwide.
Nothing I saw from that trailer. After seeing that trailer, I'm like, oof. Oof.
I didn't have.
I'm not
I
oof.
mean, the gas around Millie Alcock's portrayal of Supergirl is crazy. They talking about her like she's the Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans. You can build not only a franchise but a universe around her. So I'm excited to see it. But I don't. Spider-Man, like you talk about Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
That trailer did not move the people. If we being honest, it did not move the people.
Look, I'm willing to say Supergirl can get to 450, 500. I struggle to see.
So
anything
Supergirl
more.
get to 550. Clayface not getting to 150. Not getting to
I have
200.
faith that Clayface can get to
150 for
100.
It's not getting to
I think it could get to 100 easy.
Who's our star in Clayface? Who stars as Clayface?
I don't know.
Yo, James Gunn, don't do this, bro.
Let's just look at Clayface real quick. So Clayface, we have a body horror.
Tom Reese Harris
Okay,
is the lead.
a good actor,
Yes.
but we're talking about a body horror movie
Mm-hmm.
with an obscure, sort of obscure.
Is this R-rated, do we think?
Yeah.
I don't
would
think
hope
it
so.
is.
I would
It's
hope so.
not? Is it R-rated?
I mean, we don't have an
We
official
don't have anything.
rating, but
Yeah.
It's like that's tough. Look, we might come back here. You guys, clip all this. We
Make
might
like
come
$1
back
trillion.
here
Hey, yeah.
when the movie
never know.
$350 million. I mean, obviously
Because-
Sinners was rated R, like horror movie that made all of this money, had a cultural component to it. So it's not like it doesn't happen. Get Out, other movies like this, it happens.
Right.
The question is, will it happen here? Who knows?
All right.
All right. Let's go to the odds and ends. We got a lot of fandom coming out this year. Let's start with The Mandalorian and Grogu. How many Jedi will appear in Mandalorian and Grogu? The line is 1.5, but I'm actually changing. I'm gonna change it to 2 because I think we'll definitely get Luke and Ahsoka.
Well,
think we're
Ahsoka's not a
getting-
Jedi.
All right.
okay.
Okay.
All
Wait a
right.
second.
Right.
No,
All
no,
right.
no,
All
no,
right.
no,
All
no,
right.
He's
no,
right.
no.
He's right. He's right. He's right.
Oh,
He's
you
right.
talking about
Don't do this
Jedi?
cute shit.
Oh, you
He's
talking
still
about-
right.
you talking about Jedi or Force users?
There's a quote. I am no Jedi. Force users.
Okay.
If it's Force users, then we got to bump
This
the line.
okay,
up.
fine.
If they got a lightsaber and a hood on, come on.
Yeah.
Well,
If we want to be technical about it, we can be technical about it. If we want to go Force users,
So
we do got to bump the lineup.
I'm not African American. Like,
I know black. I know black.
No.
I know black. I know black.
No. Jedi. Okay. So then, like, is fucking is Vader a Jedi?
All right.
Is
Okay.
is anybody
Okay,
that
no.
uses? I'm just saying. I'm
Okay,
I'm
Then
not
we
being
have
pedantic.
then we have to bump the lineup.
I'm not being
because-
pedantic. I'm asking.
Sure,
if,
sure.
If Ahsoka is, if we're counting Ahsoka, because I have it right here. I said, does it say I gotta go under here? Who would they be? Does Ahsoka count them? Jedi Force users.
Yeah.
If it's Force users,
If it's Force users, then we'll bump the line to 3.5.
so which Force users in the galaxy would be there?
Ahsoka's almost a lock.
Ahsoka, Luke, maybe
Sabine,
Mhm.
Bean could be in
Ezra,
it.
Ezra.
Yeah.
Yeah, come
Ezra
on.
could be in it.
Is this just going to be the Rebels thing?
Yeah,
We'll
it's
just
just
come
gonna
back
be
again.
It's gonna be the
You know-
Rebels thing.
Do you guys think that we'll see Luke Skywalker in this movie?
I hope we don't. Is that?
I can't imagine we won't. He was a very important part of the end of season 2 and season 3. It'd be kind of nuts.
For a moment, though.
Not like,
Like,
a call,
it's-
hey man. So hey, my little son, he be jumping too much. I need some force exercises that we can use to train him. Can you help me?
This is also the return of Star Wars to movie theaters in like a number of years.
I have no faith in this movie, I will say. I was at Martin Supreme. I saw the trailer. I'm like, all right, get this
Yo,
shit
man,
out of here, bro.
I was joking with Kai in the office because they were linking all the Doomsday trailers. I imagine somebody at Lucasfilm or Disney was like, "Well, y'all also got the Mando and Grogu trailer over here. If y'all want that one, we just gonna leave it outside. If y'all just want to, I hope
And then
nobody
it's the-
take it.
It's
But
a sleeping shack
it's
meme.
right
Just
there.
like,
Nah, bro.
I think it's gonna be good.
I think there's a chance it's gonna be.
it
Good.
can be good, but there's nothing that like makes me think that it's not going to be just like as good as the show's been.
What? I mean, we will have to. Like, we've talked about it, but we will have to have a larger conversation when we have more time. Apparently, Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know if it's like official. I know we talked about it a little bit when it was like kind of announced, but she's stepping down as the head of
Mhm.
Lucasfilm, and Dave Filoni is going to be the creative director, along with somebody else whose name is escaping me right now. And as a Dave Filoni truther, somebody who believes in him and his vision, I am worried. I can't imagine.
Here's the thing for all the Dave Filoni truthers. Everything he's done in the last 3 or 4 years, we listed out. Which one of them have been good?
Well, I mean, this movie is directed by Jon Favreau,
Yeah.
so So I mean, like if you look at, he's had some interesting choices. He did that Lion King movie, which fuck that movie.
He did the Jungle Book. That was good.
The
Jungle Book was good.
This movie is Jon Favreau doing this movie. If you look at Jon Favreau, he has 2 significant bricks. That's that Zathura movie that I never really saw.
Zathura's good. Zathura's good.
We are not doing this.
Zathura's fun.
It's not Jumanji, but it's a classic in the hood, and we're with that.
The shit bricked, but I'm just saying.
It's a good movie.
So
That's
if
fair.
you guys say it's good, it's good. And then he has obviously just a really incredible failure, which is Cowboys and Aliens.
That's tough.
Sure.
So, and that when a movie fails that spectacularly, it's not any one person's fault.
No,
It's
right.
just a complete lack.
He was on top of the world when that came out.
Yeah. It's not any one person's fault. But when you look at it, I mean, you got other people might say Iron Man 2. I enjoy Iron Man 2.
I like Iron Man 2.
Whatever. But like, he is a pretty steady hand as a director.
Of course.
I just don't think that there's a lot of chance that the movie fucking sucks.
I think this is less about the Jon Favreau and Filoni and more about like, I just think it's a new age. And I think we are kind of past people giving a fuck about The Mandalorian, if I'm real.
So this is my thing, and we'll have a conversation about this as we get closer to the movie.
Right.
And I want to, are people still in on Star Wars? Because this is a relatively simple Star Wars movie to make.
Mm-hmm.
The fate of the galaxy is not going to be at stake. You're not going to have to do all, this should be a rollicking, fun adventure movie in the Star Wars galaxy. The stuff that people ask for when they ask for Star Wars to be a little bit more central to the spirit of what it's supposed to be. And I'm just wondering if people are still in on Star Wars, period. And
my hot take, I think this might be one of the lowest points in Star Wars history in a minute.
Talking about us, right where we are right now. Oh,
Yeah.
I agree.
Like where I think like they just salted the earth. I think people are done with these movies. I think that like people
Done with Star Wars, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know if done. I would say done, but I do think there was a level of like we have the Rise of Skywalker debacle to me, or actually, you go back further than that. You have the Last Jedi, then you have that coupled with the Rise of Skywalker, and then Mando and Grogu kind of brought a little bit of it back with the end of season 2.
Since
And
then,
since then, it's been dust after
Obi-Wan,
dust after dust.
Acolyte, all the Mando
Probably
seasons,
Outside of Andor.
I'm
Outside of
about to say
Andor.
Andor, like you guys are forgetting Andor.
Skeleton Crew.
But like,
Andor is one of the
I like
crowning
Skeleton Crew.
achievements of this.
but according to what we hear in the universe, Dave Filoni and his team weren't really messing with Andor. Like
They probably weren't. But what I'm saying is Andor, look.
How much you think Mando and Grogu gonna make?
I'm not sure. Like I really don't know. Like
it's got to make $500 million.
worldwide, they're shooting anything less than 500. They're going to be freaked out.
Yeah.
I
makes sense.
think I don't think 500 will be hard to make. But I think they will. If it's only 500, I think they'll have to.
I agree.
What about 650? I don't know.
I
If
don't
he-
know.
I don't know if he- I don't know if he
Whoa,
do.
whoa, whoa! You think Mando and Grogu is gonna do more than Superman? Superman did 616.
It's not going to
Sorry,
do more Superman.
No,
There's no way it's gonna make 650.
Yeah.
it'll probably do 5. I think it could make
If
5.
it only makes 5, I think motherfuckers are gonna be like, damn.
So
what do we-
Solo made $393 million, right? That was an abject failure for
Good movie. Make Solo 2 happen.
I'm saying it like 500 is a nice cushion for them.
Yeah, it's a nice round number. It all works.
Yeah. We'll see what happens though.
So what do you think? How many Force users?
I'll go
3.5.
under.
I'm
under.
going over.
I'm going over.
I'm gonna go over too.
Going over.
I hope that it's less.
All right.
I challenge Star Wars to do what Andor did and not have Jedis and things.
Will Dune 3 move off its date? It's slated to release the same day as Avengers Doomsday. We've seen promo for Avengers Doomsday. We haven't seen any for Dune. Will Dune move up? Will it move down? What do you think?
I think it's moving off the date. Yes.
I don't think it will, and I don't think it should. I think it's a no.
I think it's a no for me as well.
There's really absolutely zero reason to. Like we spend it all weekend at the movies. If the studios learned anything from Barbenheimer, is they leave the things exactly the way they are right now and run the numbers up.
Yeah.
We doing Friday, Sunday, and the real winner will be which one I go back to see on Sunday. Like to me, so like there's really no reason to get off to get off the date. To me, like that's a lot of movie, but we ready for it.
It's already called Doomsday. Like the merch makes itself.
Here's
all
the
of the
thing.
online campaigns.
Barbenheimer was like a flash in the pan. It was a moment in time. You can't manufacture that, right? You can't do that. I think these movies are too similar.
Yeah, I think it's the same demographics. I think Barbenheimer and Oppenheimer worked because it was like, hey, yo, you want to go see Like, it was the women seeing it multiple times.
The juxtaposition of those two movies.
And then boy would be like, hey, yo, like, let's go see Oppenheimer, where I think, to your point, Doom 3 and Doomsday is kind of the same bucket of consumer.
I think the logic is faulty there, though, and let me tell you why. I think it's more. So if we're saying that people are going to choose one weekend to see one movie, the only reason why Barbenheimer matters is because it proves that that's not necessarily the case. That they will see two big movies in one weekend.
Yeah.
Now, the demos being different actually is kind of a struggle more for Barbenheimer, because you're getting someone who might not want to see Barbie to see Barbie, and somebody who might not want to see Oppenheimer to see Oppenheimer. In this situation, if you're talking about two people that are likely to see this movie anyway, the question is whether or not they'll do it on the first weekend that both movies are out. And I'm saying if they did it before and it became a thing, I don't know why it wouldn't become a thing now.
I feel like there's like a slight, like there's a bit of a meme currency that happened with Barbenheimer. It's because of the fact that they're two wildly different movies,
Yeah, right.
and it doesn't matter but about the fact that like the consumers will see both of those movies. The audiences were already there. It's more of a movement that brought those audiences in the same bucket to make people see a thing that they would never see in Barbie to go see Oppenheimer, and vice versa. To not think that there's like something memeable or something like genuinely fun about seeing Dune and Doomsday in the same weekend is fun. I don't think that Barbenheimer's gas could match what a Doomsday could do.
We're still. I'm not putting it the right way. Fuck the memes.
Sure.
Let's say that the movement to memify this and make it into the same thing that Barbenheimer fails. Let's say that doesn't happen.
Right.
What I'm talking about is not necessarily the meme thing itself. I'm talking about the trend of the consumers. Now, if you're telling me that the only reason why people saw both Oppenheimer and Barbie in the same weekend when they first came out was because of the memes, I don't think that that's necessarily true. I think what it proved is that two gigantic movies can exist in the same zeitgeist, and that people will go back again when the movies are that big. To me, for that, the Dune versus Doomsday thing actually helps the narrative of both films. It helps the narrative of both films that they're on that date, that they're on that weekend. And will people go out to see? Now,
Can I say this, though? Do you think Dune 3, because I think the reason they might move up Dune 3 isn't because Dune is afraid of Doomsday. It's because I think they believe in that movie so much. I think we might get a Return of the King situation where it's like you get the Oscars. It is like finally we recognize these movies as a great trilogy. And it's almost like they want to give it more room to breathe, where they're like, we think the second, third, fourth week for these movies are going to be so big that it's like we want to give it as much space as possible.
And as many IMAX theaters as you can.
Yeah,
right. Oh, because the IMAX screens.
theaters,
yes.
that really matters. So we'll see about that. But I'm telling you, there's something else here. And whoever blinks here is gonna be a little bit of a deal.
And here's why I was
it's like right now, the IMAX theaters thing is the biggest concern. I have that written down. That's the biggest concern in terms of the box office and all that, because the IMAX theaters, as we know, as the audience might not know, IMAX is a separate basic exhibitor. IMAX theaters exist within a theater,
right,
and they do their own thing as a deal that they have with the theaters, right? And so there's only so many of them to go around.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you would assume that someone moves. Whoever moves, though, just in the little Hollywood circles where people are smoking cigars.
That
and
game
doing
of
all
chicken
that
is
thing,
going to be
that's going to be a little bit of a thing.
I would have felt fine with Marvel moving Doomsday off, but they've got all the marketing now. They're like, we're coming out December 18th. Like, that's the thing. Because who knows? We know that they could use a little more time in the oven. Everybody knows that a Marvel movie could use a little more time to cook. But at the end of the day, they've dropped their trailer. They said, "This is our weekend. We're standing on it."
Oh, Marvel not gonna move.
Marvel's not gonna move.
Marvel not gonna move. If anybody moves, it's gonna be Dune.
Here's the thing. I think Dune is gonna kill Avengers. No, I don't think in terms of
the box office.
No. Doomsday is gonna make more money, but I think the momentum of Dune 3, the narrative momentum, I think motherfuckers is gonna be surprised at
how much did Dune 2 make at the box office?
I think it did well.
I don't know. You're fucking right. It did well. Don't ever fucking what?
Dune 2 made $715 million.
Okay, so I'll tell you guys something. That is close to the peak of the audience that type of movie could have.
Sure.
And I'm not saying that it's not, that it is. I'm saying, but that's very close to the best case scenario.
So so you don't think Dune 3 could make $850?
It could.
I think Dune 2 is going to make $1 billion.
I think it could.
It could.
It could be amazing if it
Avengers
did.
will make more,
Yeah.
but I think the narrative, if I had to predict, is they're probably going to be like Avengers Doomsday didn't actually do what we thought it would, and Dune 3 overperformed.
I want you guys to remember something. These Dune movies are long. They are weird for a lot of people. There is some popcorn people that understand the other side of it more than they understand this.
But here's the thing, Timothy's a different star now.
Yeah.
Like Timothy sold a fucking ping pong movie. You know what I mean?
Did you know?
Huh?
It's one of A24 movies.
It's the highest grossing A24
Yeah, no, it's the highest grossing A24 movie.
Don't do it.
That's why y'all say the highest A24
The highest
movie.
A24 is
It's 100 mil.
Don't say
it's not a ton. It's not a ton. It's the shortest. It's the tallest.
So
third grader.
Marty Supreme has made $60 million.
It's a fucking dramatic ping pong movie.
Hey, look.
You being a hater,
Hold
bro.
on. You guys are talking about Marty Supreme. If I was going to bring up Timothy's box office bona fides, it would be Wonka.
Wonka, yeah.
Wonka. It would be Wonka, or it would be the Dune shit.
Even the Bob Dylan movie, he kind of sold that.
I'm saying like Marty Supreme is fine, but I'm getting people out now. So okay, cool. So we're saying that there's now 150, 200, or $300 million more interest in Timothy Chalamet now than there was last year.
No. I'm saying in the aggregate, when we think of, okay, they haven't awarded Denny yet. So I think there's going to be a big Oscar like, okay, we're finally recognizing that he's in the Nolan zone now.
Right.
You have Zendaya in this movie. Florence Pugh is finally going to get to really, really fucking cook in this movie. We have Robert Pattinson in this movie.
Robert Pattinson's in it.
Yeah. Like, I just think this is going to
mean.
be, if I'm going to be real, I think Doomsday represents the past of Hollywood, and Dune 3 is going to be a movie that represents the future.
I don't disagree. I'm saying that, like, I don't disagree. I mean,
Dune 3 can make $1 billion, I think.
I think it can, but
It's going to move off its date to do that, though.
I think it can, but what I'm saying is that, like, there is, with this type of high fantasy shit, and this is high fantasy, there are ceilings on stuff like that don't exist. Now, Lord of the Rings, obviously a little bit different.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings became what? Return of the King definitely went over $1 billion, right?
But that's the thing, though. I think we're in the Return of the King phase for Dune 3, where people go, they
We
watch
all
the
love
first
this.
two, man, we gonna all come out, we gonna watch Dune 3-4 times in the movie because it's so crazy. Like, I just think
I was a
it's
Dune 1
moment in
hater.
time.
I'm like, fuck this movie. Dune 2 comes out, and I'm like,
Dune 2
hey,
is
I
the
didn't
shit.
respect these motherfuckers enough. Dune 3, I think also Timmy with the shaved head, he just moving different.
Is he gonna rap in this one?
He said, okay, you went
Yeah.
crazy.
You guys making
bro.
a good case. I can understand what
All
you guys
right,
are
what's the
saying.
next one?
All right, the next one is, does House of the Dragon Season 3 get a Best Drama nom at the Emmys? Now, every season of Game of Thrones and the first season of House of the Dragon all got Best Drama nominations. Season 2 of House of the Dragon was the first Game of Thrones season to not get a Best Drama nomination. Are we going to be back for House of the Dragon Season 3? Is it going to get a Best Emmy nom?
Yes, because the way season 2 ended, the promise of season 3 is like, all right, we built. Fuck it. This is big action. The dragons are here. This is going to be the war. I don't want to be like hyperbolic about this, but if it don't, I think Game of Thrones is in trouble. Like, I think if season 3 is not a zeitgeist moment, we fucking in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got to.
I think. I mean, I don't want to get into like book spoilers or anything, but there's like a big thing that happens. It was you. It was you. You were like, "Oh, the lore," and now I'm in the lore. We was on the phone with Joe. Shout out to Joe.
Joe, and a friend of hers we love Joe
because we was on the same wavelength.
Yeah,
because you was trying to hate on my guy at that start. You know what I'm saying? Respect my guy.
Trying to hate on him at all.
You were hating
stuff.
You were hating
things that get said are the things you need to say.
No. It might be cooked.
So when we say it's over for these things, I think we need to realize something. It's already over. Okay? so listen to what I'm saying. If it being over basically means that the interest that Game of Thrones had on HBO in 2015 and 2016, if that is the barometer, then it's already over. Right? It's over now.
But if we're talking about the new era of TV, because I think it's over for a lot of this.
Well, what I mean is that if we're talking about that, then we need to establish a new normal.
What can I ask this too? I think HBO is in a different era where it's like the Rachel Sennett show or like the Tim Robinson show. Those are comedies that might win some stuff, but like that's not the HBO. They're not doing. It's not Curb Your Enthusiasm. I think HBO is an entity, Warner as an entity, everything that's going through, the new normal is like, what's been the last HBO breakout cultural moment?
Well, let's look at it this way, though. So if we're being fair to HBO, and you know me, Mr. Corporate, if we're being fair to HBO, there are always shows on HBO that were less successful than other shows.
Yes.
Right? So during the time that we've talked about, whether it be The Sopranos or The Wire, there were other shows. There was Carnival.
Yep.
Remember that show that was on for a little while? Oz was
HBO?
a show that was kind of before. Oz almost was a 5-6 season long pilot for the HBO Prestige drama, like going
but
like
The
that.
Wire was not heating up
Wire,
the
right. So there've always been shows, even like a show Hung. Remember the show?
Yeah.
Yep.
But there've always been John from Cincinnati. HBO has always had shows that they were trying to usher into the prestige genre that didn't quite hit, but they always, to your point, could undergird those shows with massive shows.
What's the marquee show? Because we've had eras where it was Sopranos, we've had True Blood. Like, what was the last marquee show? Like, I think they thought it was going to be last
Succession.
It was Succession.
House of the Dragon, Last of Us in the first season. Last of Us couldn't maintain the momentum. These were the things that they're building around.
And can I pitch this? Do you also think the weird thing now is like the marquee shows aren't really HBO shows? Like you would say, like Heated Rivalry, that's not really an HBO show. The Pit, not really an HBO show, but like if I was gonna say what's the marquee show, it would probably be The Pit.
Well, The Pit won this award that we're talking about.
Right.
But that was a Max original that kind of got ushered into kind of like the HBO kind of like
it's HBO. It's HBO. It's HBO. I know, but it's Max original. It's HBO. It's HBO.
Yeah.
It's HBO Max. It's what they're calling themselves now. It's like,
But what's the marquee show then?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, as far as the question would be really, can shows like those shows exist anywhere now? Stranger Things kind of does. I guess it does. I guess Stranger Things does. And there are other shows that we get really, really into, right? But even when you look at Succession was everything that we're talking about from a critical perspective. But overall, whereas many people getting together on a Sunday to watch Succession as they were Game of Thrones, nowhere fucking close. Right?
I mean, I watched an episode of Succession with Steve. Went to Steve's
that's right,
friend's house, went to Valentina's house. And you'll never guess the episode that we watched together.
The Dick?
Connor's wedding.
Connor's wedding.
Oh, Connor's wedding.
That's tough. Crazy time.
Crazy episode to watch.
So what I'm saying is like, for Game of Thrones or any of this other stuff that we're talking about, or Andor, which was a flawless, perfect show.
Right.
Is any of this stuff the same that it used to be? Pluribus, the show everybody was talking about. Everyone was talking about Pluribus, right?
I think it's Apple TV's most watched show, but once again, what does that mean in 2020?
So I guess that's the question when we talk about this stuff right here. And I'm going, just so we can move on, I'm going the over. I'm getting the yes on this.
Yeah.
But Game of Thrones, might be adjusting to a new normal.
Yeah.
And that new normal is they put out a lot of really good dramas, but none of them comes anywhere close to their former glory days.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a yes here as well.
Is they the LeBron now?
Not quite the LeBron, maybe Steph from the 2022's championship.
Oh, don't.
That's what
Oh, man.
Steph's still cooking in the 2022 championship, but it's like 25 a game. It's not 32 a game. You know, it's different.
It's different. It's different.
Yeah.
All right, we got some gaming movies. We got 3 in particular: Super Mario Galaxy, the sequel to Super Mario Brothers, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat 2. Combined, will they gross over or under $2.5 billion?
I'm gonna go under, and because Super Mario Brothers did 1.3 billion.
Did a bucket. People love it.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat did 84 million.
This was COVID.
But that was COVID. That was
That's
COVID.
COVID release.
The reason I'm gonna go under though is because I think Super Mario Galaxy is gonna do gangbusters. I wouldn't be surprised if that shit does like 1.5, 1.75. Like
Right.
that, even on Netflix, that shit is
It's the
booming.
I mean,
Yes.
the movie, that movie is doing the heavy lifting here.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
Now I think the question is, can Mortal Kombat 2 and Street Fighter make up? And after the Street Fighter trailer that I saw, rough.
Okay,
Rough.
My soft pitch for Street Fighter 2 might be the next like cult classic of trash.
Let me tell y'all something.
It could do like Morbin numbers, but it also could have like Morbius level hype around it, and then everybody goes to see it and everybody hates it.
So Mario's doing a lot of heavy lifting here.
Right.
Talked about that. Zootopia 2 just came out, animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
Got an almost $500 million sequel bump. Now, that's a completely different studio.
Right.
It's not the same thing.
That was also China had a lot
China
to
had
do
a lot
with
to
that.
do with
Mm.
that.
Love it.
But when you're talking about China and Asia, you're talking about Mario.
Yeah.
You're talking about what's going on. Will Mario get that same bump? Even if it did, let's say that it did, because the movie got like 168 million viewers on Peacock, right? Something crazy.
Yeah.
Let's say that it did. Let's say Mario gets that sequel bump. Then that puts Mario like 1.8, which they would go fucking nuts about that if that were to happen.
Obviously.
Right?
Mhm.
They'll go nuts. I don't know if that bump is coming, but let's say that it does. Okay. That means that Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, hold on, wait a second. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, they're going to have to do like what, 1.6, 1 point whatever, because what's the line?
What, 2.5? But if it's 1.8,
Oh, excuse me. They're gonna have to do like $700
like
million.
700, yeah.
There's no way.
$700 million.
There's no
whatever.
way.
$700 million.
Between the two.
That's not happening.
I think Mortal Kombat's actually going to see a really good positive.
I think Mortal
outlook here.
Kombat will do well.
Yeah,
I just like how
I think Mortal Kombat is going to fucking fail.
you think so? Really?
I think Street Fighter is gonna do better.
you think Street Fighter's gonna do
I
better than
think
Mortal Kombat 2?
I think
don't know.
Mortal
Don't
Kombat
do
is
that.
going to fucking
After that
fail.
trailer,
Nah.
The man, shout out to everybody working
Because they
on
really
Mortal
got
Kombat.
everybody.
The Street Fighter trailer is one thing. The Mortal Kombat Johnny Cage stuff has not been hitting.
True.
It looks
Carl
a
Urban and
little
stuff.
odd, man.
Yeah.
Love Carl Urban.
Yes.
I think that it's a possibility that he may have been miscast as Johnny Cage. And this whole movie is a Johnny Cage movie. I do not see Mortal Kombat doing that good, which is weird because I don't know if it's just my connection to what I was watching during COVID, but I enjoyed the
first
Mortal
one's
Kombat.
really good. It was so much fun. I love Kano, man. Like I had a blast. And so I was in my thought process. I'm like, man, I'm thinking we capture some of that magic. They got rid of Cole, right? So we don't need the audience surrogate. We're just in the Mortal Kombat world now. I'm there. Show me Sonya Blade, Jax, Shao Kahn, everybody, bro.
What's
with
the
it.
better?
Let's
What's
get
the
it.
better game franchise though? Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? I
See,
gotta go Street Fighter.
Street Fighter,
It's probably
yes.
Street Fighter. I
Yeah.
gotta say something right now.
Mortal Kombat is mine, but
Nah,
that's
Street
my
Fighter.
choice.
I just gotta say this. There's a new Street Fighter movie out. Everybody's in the movie, you guys, whatever. The original Street Fighter movie is one of the most underrated movies of all time. I'm sorry.
All right, let's go.
The original Street Fighter
Shout out Raul
movie,
Julia.
Raul Julia, the original Street Fighter movie has a Ming Na Wen
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
Chun-Li, Kylie Minogue as Cammy,
Mhm.
Jean-Claude Van Damme as Guile. Like the original Street Fighter movie is one of the most underrated movies. That movie is fun.
Mm-hmm.
They got good stuff to look at in that movie. Raul Julia
going
is
crazy.
brilliant
Going
in
crazy.
the movie.
For me, it was a Wednesday.
For me,
Yeah.
it
was a Tuesday.
The Dave Bison, I have a special place in my heart for that movie, and not just that movie. I have a special place in my heart for the original Mortal Kombat movie that came out back in the day. That movie was cooking. So,
All right.
I'm telling you, man, these movies they knew exactly what they were, and they delivered. Remember, they asked him, and Bison asked, "Did the money get?" He asked DJ, "Did the money get deposited to my account?" DJ looks. Hell nah, generator. That's funny to me, man. That shit was
Hell nah,
funny.
generator.
Hell nah, generator. That shit was funny to me, man. But yeah, these movies ain't gonna make no money.
You don't think 50 Cent in there is gonna
Yeah,
is gonna
50
move?
Cent, Andrew Schultz.
Hey,
it's gonna move
look,
people.
I think I'm gonna have fun in Street Fighter.
Once I saw Andrew Schultz in that trailer, but
I
We
think
don't-
I'm
yeah, we don't
I
need
think
that.
I'm gonna have fun in Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have fun in the movie. I think I'm gonna have fun. I think I'm gonna have fun with both movies, but I do not think that they're gonna be huge box office successes. I don't.
I think if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be Mario doing the heavy lifting. I got a quick impromptu one for you guys. We got 2 Prime superhero shows coming out later this year with The Boys and Invincible. Straight money line. Which one do you think is gonna move the people more, Invincible or The Boys final season?
I'm gonna say The Boys' final season.
I think Invincible lost it.
It's over.
I don't know if it's over. You guys keep saying over, but I think Invincible lost what it had. The momentum that it had was the opportunity to be like a really defining, like animation superhero show.
Why do you think it lost it?
It got too convoluted.
How so?
It lost. So the stuff with Omni-Man in the first season was just devastatingly effective.
Okay.
It was just such fantastic storytelling. I'm not as big of an Invincible guy as the rest of you guys are,
Mm-hmm.
but it started to try to do a lot.
I mean, that is what happens in the comics.
Yeah,
And I think
it becomes its own world.
if Invincible didn't peak with the Conquest battle, which a lot of people like the Conquest battle, everything that comes after is just, it's a fucking Dinosaurus.
See now, I was gonna spoil it, but I like dinosaurs. That's just me,
All
though.
right,
I like
bro.
that arc. I like that arc.
I think what I'm worried about is not that the final season of The Boys won't be good. I'm not thinking of it from a quality standpoint.
Right.
I'm more so thinking of, can The Boys operate in a world that it almost defined? Where I think when The Boys season 1 came out, the thing that caught people is like the first wave of superhero fatigue was setting in, and that show is just like, hey, we know it, we're gonna poke fun at it, and that was a big thing. I think as that universe got more big and massive, I think the casual fans receded. And is The Boys' final season something that can win back that casual fan, that can get that type of momentum where being like, this is the last, we're going off on, and I don't know. This isn't a quality thing. This is more so it's like The Boys,
That's what you mean.
like, is this competing in a world that it made?
The one thing that The Boys has going for it is this. Homelander has become a consequential cultural figure.
Yeah.
He has. He's become the mascot for a new perspective on American heroism.
Right.
Like, he's directly compared to Superman in terms of what we think the reality of patriotism is, of heroism is, of all of these things. And he's also become a standard for evil in these types of worlds and
Right.
brutality. If, in fact, you're watching a show that's dealing with the end of Homelander, I feel like there's the opportunity for people to be reinvested into that arc throughout the season, because that has happened. Now, it's happened for Homelander almost singularly. It hasn't really happened for Butcher or some of the other characters and people like that. The Boys are known more as a collective, and Homelander is the mascot for the current dysfunction that we see in the people who are supposed to protect
He's the
us.
Darth Vader of
He's
this.
the Darth Vader, and it's hard to create one of those. It's hard to make one. It's hard to make a Logan Roy or a Darth Vader or a Tywin Lannister. You really have to, in both the writing and the performance of the character, cut through a lot. I think that is the thing that I think can still deliver a really, really solid ending to The Boys.
Yeah, I think the ending of The Boys and like our collective what's going to happen with Homelander at the end of the show is what would make me pick The Boys over Invincible. But to your point, I like that dinosaur stuff, so I will be there no matter what.
Right.
I love a little shape change.
Who is Dinosaur?
Oh, you'll find out, big dog. Don't worry. Don't worry.
He mean?
I think he is. All right, our final question. We're talking a lot about the movies in 2026 that are gonna. Sorry, we're talking a lot about the movies in 2026 that are gonna make a bunch of money, and this is the big one, the big Kahuna. Which movie will be the single highest grossing movie of 2026? We've got Doomsday at minus 200, Super Mario Brothers Galaxy at minus 180, Spider-Man Brand New Day at minus 120, Moana at plus 100, Toy Story 5 at plus 150, and Dune 3 at plus 300.
Man, I forgot about Toy Story and Moana.
Toy Story could do
Moana's
gangbusters.
live
They
action.
might be Moana's live action. That shit ain't gonna work.
No, I see, because, and here's why I'm gonna put my money behind Moana, because
That mean you think Moana gonna do like $2.3 billion?
go look up the highest grossing movies of 2025.
Okay.
Yeah, because you thinking it's the Lilo
And
and
it's gonna be
Stitch effect.
Lilo and Stitch.
Yes, it's Lilo and Stitch.
I
It's
think,
gonna be Lilo and
honestly,
Stitch
if
up
I'm
there.
going to be real, I think it's Mario Bros. Galaxy.
I think it's Mario Brothers as
Because
well.
you have to think, like, I think the Mario Brothers movie was one of the most watched movies on Netflix for years at this point. I think of all of these, Mario Brothers might have the biggest size.
Say, man, shit, the highest grossing movie
was Chinese.
Was this
Neja.
Shout out Neja. That's my joint.
Neja too.
Neja too. That's my
That's
joint.
crazy.
It certainly looked expensive.
That's my joint.
Neza 1 was getting crazy. It was Neza 2. Neza went from 742 to 2.5. They're going crazy with this Neza 2 shit.
Neza too.
It's on,
That's my joint.
it's on HBO. You should watch it.
So, the highest grossing films, and this is worldwide, is Neza 2. Shout out Neza. Then Zootopia, then it's Avatar, then it's Lilo and Stitch, then it's Minecraft, then it's Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah, I was hating.
Fuck you guys.
I was hating.
It was
This
fun.
shit. Then it's Demon Slayer Infinity. How to Train Your Dragon, F1, and Superman. So, I mean, Zootopia 2 at 1.5 is nuts. Avatar is still in theaters. Maybe it can cook up another $300 or $400 million. I'm gonna have to do more than that to get people off that Big Jim's ass. But I look at this and I'm saying this is a very solid year. But at the same time, what happens if you throw Spider-Man into this mix? What happens if you throw Avengers into this mix? If you throw Star Wars into this mix? This is really the year where the legacy brands and stories, they making a stand. This is not 2020. I mean, you have your IP here, you have your Jurassic World
not the
and all
same,
your
no.
stuff. It's not the same.
This was a
That's
pivotal
insane.
thing for Jomi and I, but when, like, I mean it when I say this, like, D23 for us, we're seeing all of those chickens come to roost
Yeah.
even now. Everything that they announced, everything, like, get ready for Frozen 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Get ready for all of these legacy sequels. That's all we're doing. Hoppers, I've got a feeling that's probably going to flop.
Probably, yeah. Seeing the Lilo and Stitch seed come to bear was crazy, because we were in the thing and we're like, whack, L, who cares? And the streets went nuts.
And
for
we're
Lilo
like,
and
great,
Stitch.
that's going to be, they're going to say to their word.
That's all we're doing.
Get
now.
ready to learn sequels, buddy.
That's it. So like, that's why, like, I got to put my money behind Moana too, or Moana live action, because
Moana live action, huh?
if the streets respond, because the streets love Moana. Ask anybody. Ask Sean. Ask anybody with kids.
Yeah,
who
but-
put their kids
but
on
here's
Moana.
the
They
thing.
love those songs.
If you asking what tends to make more money, a live action kids movie or an animated kids movie, I'm always gonna go with the kids.
I will go with the animated kids
I'm
movie.
gonna always go with the animated.
If Mario wasn't coming out this year, I would say Moana as
Wait,
well.
because honestly, you didn't have this on here. They got a Minions movie coming out.
I'm
Them
fucking
little
with them.
hard
Shit.
Minions,
That's
bro.
I'm
three.
fucking with
Shit.
them too.
That's $3 billion.
Yeah,
I'm fucking with them too.
fuck with the
I
Minions,
don't
bro.
fuck with the
Real
Minions,
job.
man.
Avengers and Dune gonna crush all that shit. Watch what I tell you.
They will
Spider-Man
not crush
2.
the Minions. They will not
Spider-Man
crush
2.
Minions.
Whoa,
Avengers-
you think?
I think Avengers is making more money than the Minions. Fucking right.
Wait, no, you think Avengers is making more than Mario Brothers?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think it's making more money than Mario Brothers.
This is interesting. This is really interesting to talk about because the Minions movies, like,
They
are
go
on this list.
crazy.
Like they are on this top. The Minions, the first Minions is the 32nd ranked movie of all time on the box office. Like people love.
They
this
love
stuff.
them like Lil Yo.
What's the most they ever made?
In one movie?
1.1 million.
Nah, we're not fucking with that now. So,
Come on.
That's fucking Deadpool and Wolverine did.
Hey guys, Moana 2 was whack. That thing made $1.05 million.
These kids, man. Take these kids. You know what y'all need to do? I need to raise these kids instead of taking them to see this shit now.
What?
Get these kids off these tablets. I'm looking at
Off
all
the
of this
tablets.
stuff. It's 'cause
Jesus
you guys,
Christ.
y'all put the kids in there, then y'all go outside and y'all swipe on Tinder. I know what y'all up to. You need to raise these kids now.
Who's
Wait a
still
minute,
on
wait a minute. So
Tinder?
wait, we have an indictment on iPad
I'm
kids
telling you right
and
now,
then
you
cheating?
put the kid. I'm like, I need to raise these kids and stop putting them down in front of Moana, and that they need to learn about math and arithmetic and different types of people. Do these kids know about Mega Evers? No,
All right.
but they know about the motherfucking.
I know,
Moana.
right?
I need to raise these kids.
Right.
Give them that the time traveling Martin Luther King
When
special.
these kids start bringing me like, Uncle Van, you ain't your Moana. I'm gonna be like, you know who Ella Baker is? How about that? Okay, you need to raise these kids and stop popping them down in front of the TV. Now raise them.
All right, before we get out of here, I do have to ask.
They're gonna turn to King
Dan,
Von.
you've been hating. First, you hated on the auteur PTA.
Oh my God.
Now you hating on the Safdies.
Oh, that's crazy.
Are you okay?
What happened with
What's
the
the
Safdies?
agenda? What's the agenda? Like, what's the agenda against the film bros?
It's not an agenda against the film bros.
All right, come on.
It's looking like one.
It's looking like it.
So it's not an agenda. What it is this. I think at this point in my life, really, I'm very interested in the biases that we all have, and I have them. I have biases towards nostalgia and people repackaging things that I bought when I was like 15 years old. That's my bias. But we also have other biases.
Mhm.
Biases that would make us look at a movie with a nihilistic, hateable asshole of a character, give us no reason to care about that character, and then at the end of the movie ask us to care about that character. Like movies that are like legitimately just full of so much stress-inducing trauma that you go, what the fuck was I just watching? But if they're well made, we give them a pass that we don't give to other films. And that's okay. But for me, I think that there's a shift happening. And it's a shift that I think is natural and makes sense. And the shift is we gave so much leeway and praise to a bunch of IP slop.
Yeah.
You can call it slop for a long time. And it was forced down our throats and we had to make it, we had to act like this was real filmmaking. So now what we're going to do is we're going to prioritize a lot of times uncritically
Agreed.
what we deem as real filmmaking.
And we're overcorrecting.
A little bit.
Now, can I ask this?
Now these movies are good. Here's
Okay.
the difference. Last thing I'll say. These movies are good.
Yeah.
Okay? Marty Supreme is as technically perfect a film as I've ever seen. One Battle After Another is good. But what you heard was this was the best movie in 10 years.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was on the Twitter. I'm currently getting my ass kicked. I was on Twitter and I said that, and someone said, I can't believe Van said that Parasite is better than One Battle After Another. I was like, get the fuck out of here,
That's
man.
a clear.
That's
an
easy.
easy.
That's
easy
easy.
take.
Come
That's
on,
cap.
man. Get the fuck
That's-
out of
let's
here,
stop the
bro.
cap. That's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? So that's all.
Wait, no, so my last question though is, because I feel this little, I really love Marty Supreme. But do you also think our appetite for that type of like movie that is centering a white male that is that unlikable, and we're at a point where I even see it where people are like, well, why? Like, that was one of the best performances of the year. And you guys acting like Michael B. Jordan was that good in Sinners. And I'm just like, y'all already see what y'all doing. Where it's like, when it's a white man at the center of it, it gets a level of prestige that is like, hey, y'all only watch 3 movies a year. Get the fuck out of here. So I'm
That's
like,
not true.
nigga,
But I will say this. People think I'm a hitter for proximity media. That I'm on a people think that I'm shooting for sinners, right? People think that I'm shooting for sinners. I'm not. Let me admit something else. Filmmaking is better. The state of movies and prestigious high art is better if there are more Marty Supremes,
Yeah.
and less Avengers. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
It's just a fact.
Right.
But who gets to make Marty Supreme?
Who gets to make Marty Supreme is whoever earns it, right? I don't know. You guys, I'm not in those rooms. I'm in some of them, but I'm not in those rooms. But I am not going to be obtuse about the fact that filmmaking is in a better place if there are more movies that try to capture emotion, technicality, the human experience, and all of that. I saw Hamnet. I was blown away. That is the best movie that I saw this year. To me, that is the best movie I saw this year.
Cool. I liked it a lot.
And it's not a perfect movie.
Yeah.
It has the indulgences of its director in it. And it's not a clear one-to-one story, right? There's some things where you wonder, why are we staying here a little bit longer? But that's the most I felt, the deepest I was in a story all year was actually Hamnet, right? You want more Hamnets. You want all of that stuff. But at the same time, the overcorrection that is happening, to me, kind of is outside of actual criticism and discussion.
Yeah.
People get upset. They think you're attacking them if you talk about some of the political issues that you might have with one battle after another. If you talk about some of the socio-cultural issues that you might have with a movie like Marty Supreme, right? Or what you feel like a movie does to an audience. What I'm going to do for the rest of my time here at the Ringer, which I hope will be years and years and years, and around, is try to be as honest as I possibly can about criticism myself, things that I like, and how art affects us.
I think the film bros are the new MCU bros, where I think they are moving. I
the
think
new
when
Star Wars
MCU
bros.
was cooking, you couldn't say anything about it. You couldn't say these movies are bad, but it's just everybody's like, shut up, this is a moment. And I think we're getting to the overcorrecting moment where, to your point, if you see Marty Supreme and you say it's anything less than a 10 out of 10, motherfuckers is just like, you don't know film, you don't know nothing, you're a fucking idiot. And I'm like, we could be critical about these movies.
You're right. And I think that's a good development. I think fine art or prestigious art needs its warriors. We've talked about this before in hip hop. What hip hop has to have, to me, are purists.
Yep.
Are people who say that it don't matter how much you're selling, it doesn't matter how much you're doing, how many people fuck with your shit, whatever, how many bags you got, cars, planes. Is this music pushing this genre forward?
Yeah.
Is this shit being upheld by the whatever, the five pillars of hip hop, whatever it is? Is this stuff artistically prestigious and important? And that doesn't mean that everything is going to sound the same, because to me, I think Jeezy's first album is incredibly artistically important, right? And it's critically as relevant as a lot of other stuff. It doesn't mean that it's all going to fit through the same purview or be the same thing, but you have to have people like the film bros who go, no, the craft of filmmaking is more important. And that's where I've got.
But what does that mean for us, like black people? Right? Because when you mention hip hop, when I think of, it's not quite gatekeeping, but there is a level of this is our art, this is for us. We make it for our people, and then it goes on from there. When you have Sinners versus One Battle After Another and Marty Supreme conversations, the film bros predominantly reside in, it's a little white. They're a little they're not going to take Sinners the way we see Sinners, right? And we need to view Sinners as high art because that's what it is, right? There is a little bit of a level of, there's a disconnect there that I think that's your beef with the film bros, because you guys agree on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But when you have conversations with about black art, they're not seeing it the same way you're seeing it. So then how can you bridge those gaps?
Can I tell a quick story?
None of your stories are quick, but please.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Tell a quick story. There was a girl. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't know where she at. One of my exes was on the Pop the Balloon show not too long ago.
Wow.
Everybody hit me up. I don't know where she at or what she doing.
Everybody,
right?
hey yo, man.
Because this was one of my serious, this was my first love. She was on the Pop the Balloon show. Everybody was like, man, did you see so-and-so on the Pop the Balloon show? I hope you got what you want.
All right, easy.
What?
Finish the
I'm
story.
already done.
Hey, we need a 30. Hey, we need a 30. We
I
need
still
a
got
30.
love for her and her mom. I hope everything worked out. So we at McKinley one time, and it's me and one of my homeboys, and this girl walks by, and I should say her name. I'm not gonna say her name, but she was light skinned, and I normally like the darker sisters, but whatever. She was so fine to me. She's thick, so fine. But when I say thick, I mean thick. I don't mean thick like people say thick now. I mean, this is a big bone South Louisiana woman. This is thick. She had a beautiful smile. She used to wear them gold earrings. She had a little nameplate, the whole deal. I'm looking at my boy, Seth, and I'm like, God damn, she's so fine. Seth, a white boy. Seth looked at me. Seth goes, she's fat. And I'm like, I don't know what you're seeing. That thing right there is something else. Seth was like, he's laughing. He's like laughing. He's like, that girl is fat. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm looking at the prettiest thing in the 10th grade right now. I'm looking at this woman. This woman is gorgeous. This woman is beautiful. And he is so on the other side of this.
Yeah.
He's so on the other side of it. He's like, Van, I do not. And you know what I walked away from that conversation noticing? That I don't need to defend her beauty to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has a different cultural imperative. And that cultural imperative is informed by a lot of things I can't control and things that he can't control. The best thing I can do is take the things that I think are beautiful and then promote them.
Celebrate them.
Celebrate them.
Champion them.
Tell people that they're beautiful. Tell people why I think that they are beautiful. And the best thing that we could do for ourselves is disconnect, and I need to do this as well, is disconnect from the need to explain to people why we see achievement, why we see perfection, why we see bliss in films like Sinners.
Sinners is the thick light skin.
Yeah.
That's the thing right there. What we need to do is free ourselves from that. Now, before we go, I have to say, that's precarious. And the reason why is because the people who set the prices in this town, shall I say, they set these prices around a lot of things. And one thing that they set the prices around is awards that they give out.
Yeah.
So when people say we should make our own award show, we should have, which we do. Shout out to NAACP Awards, shout out to the AFCO Awards, shout out to all this. We do have these shows. But just know that the way things are currently constructed, the fact of the matter is, just from a career and monetary and prestige standpoint, there are differences in the way things matter.
People take Timothy Chalamet more seriously, even if Michael B. Jordan actually opened a movie. And there's nothing, I like both movies. I love Marty Supreme, but there's a difference about how we talk about both.
But the reality, Michael B. Jordan was in a movie that went on to make $350 million. So you're talking about the arrival of the actual star.
Yeah.
And can Timmy do this? The guy just did it. He did it. His movie opened. He plays 2 roles in the movie. The whole thing revolves around him. He just opened it.
2 original stories.
2 originals. The next movie star that we're talking about, the guy just did it. He just did the movie star. But you know what I'm going to stop doing? I'm going to stop trying to convince Seth that the girl is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just talk to her and promote her and celebrate her, because that's the only way I'm not going to fucking go crazy.
Hell yeah. That's where we're in.
All right. That's a wrap. This week on the Ringverse feed, Bud Mash continues their Fallout instant reactions. I didn't get to do it this weekend. Ben, I'm back next week. Fallout is really good.
It's good.
It's fun.
It's really good. It's a lot of fun. Also on Thursday, the House of R starts there. Buffy Season 3 rewatch. Producers today are John Jones. Oh my God. Martian Manhunter. Jade, Whaley. Jomi Adeniran on social. Hashtag Joe for Under. That's what I'm talking about.
That's good.
Additional production from Arjuna Ramgopowell. Chuck, take us out.
If your husband dies,
Oh, shit.
you can cry on my shoulder. Will this be a good year in fandom? I'm going to take the over.